Hi, y'all. Southern Digest here again, your place for news, information, and humor and stories of enduring value in condensed form. And I'm Nina. And before I do anything else, I want to give a shout out to Sweet Home Maricopa. Thank you so much for the shout out you gave me earlier today and the boost in subscribers. I really appreciate all of y'all coming over here and showing me some love and support. And I really hope you'll stay and you'll find it worthwhile here. So I've already told you how much I really like the Epoch Times. It's a great news source. If you haven't tried it, you might want to check it out. I wanted to share something I saw on the Epoch Times today, something that you might find interesting. The Senate infrastructure bill gives feds go-ahead to test taxing every mile Americans drive. Buried in the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Acts, this is the one that you've heard about going through Congress, that the Democrats have said that they could just do, with or without Republican support, and the Republicans have been saying is really terrible and they can't support it. So it says buried in the Infrastructure and Investment and Jobs Acts. In the United States Senate is approval for the Department of Transportation, headed by Pete Buttigieg, you remember him, to test a new federal tax on every mile driven by individual Americans. The bill directs Secretary of State Buttigieg to establish a pilot program to demonstrate a national motor vehicle per mile user fee designed to restore and maintain the long-term solvency of the Highway Trust Fund. It gives the objectives. I'll let you go there and read those yourself. It does say, although the new tax is described as a pilot program and would initially rely upon volunteers representing all 50 states, volunteers is in quotation marks, the infrastructure measure would also require the Treasury Department to establish a mechanism to collect motor vehicle per mile user fees from participants. So it talks about setting up an advisory board, but the legislation doesn't call for an end to the advisory board at any point. Tells who all would be on the advisory board, and there's a long list there. And it also says the advisory body would also include, quote, advocacy groups focused on equity, unquote, as well as, quote, any other representatives or entities as determined appropriate by the Secretary, Buttigieg, unquote. The proposal doesn't elaborate on why a transportation tax advisory board should have members representing nonprofit advocacy groups dedicated to equity, which is a term often used by advocates of the divisive political and social perspective known as critical race theory. So, just thought I'd let you know in case you want to contact your senators, maybe. See you later, y'all.